ready.
Audio.
And welcome to Generation X Youth Sports Network. Of course, I'm Jonah Willard as we get ready for 10U championship rounds. Yes, we're all the way in Huntsville, Alabama, but it looks like it is going to be battle of the best teams out of Georgia as they were able to work through the brackets, and it would happen to be Lambeau out of Georgia taking on Rambreed out of Georgia for the 10U championship. Lambeau in the black. 1st and 10. They'll throw to a wide open receiver. 1st and 10. Set the tone to a blown coverage by Rambreed's 80-yard touchdown, and you see the head coach flexing. Lambeau sets the tone 1st and 10 out the gate as the #1 team in the country. And I said on the previous broadcast, I have not seen a team compete with this team yet on the 10 and under division. No flags on the play, 80-yard strike. Lambeau goes up quick, and man, oh man, this Lambeau team is special. Born Chase is in the house. My man made it all the way from ATL, you know what I'm saying? Got to give my dog a shout out. All right, point after attempt. Lambeau goes up 1st and 10, 80-yard strike, perfectly thrown ball. Now listen, we've known Lambeau to be a power running team, but they've added the passing game to their arsenal this year, so it's going to be really hard to stop. Handoff to number 4, Mello, one of the country's best top backs. Adds to the extra point. You score quickly without a tick off the clock. 7-0 Lambeau. And there's a lot of youth football games that you can watch and says, man, I heard a lot about this team, or I heard a lot about this team. Man, really overrated. They didn't really show me nothing. You know, I've seen a couple broadcasts, and it's been on some of our broadcasts that we've anticipated from what we've seen, great performances, but sometimes have not lived up to the billing. But Lambeau is not one of those teams. They're going to give you a show every time they come out. 1st and 10, 80-yard strike. Now we'll see how Rambreed respond to that 80-yard touchdown. Rambreed's no slouches of their own. DeMarcus Flanagan putting something special together there on multiple age levels for the Rambreed brand. Of course, Rambreeds are known for that 11 and under, the #1 ranked team in the country. This is their 10 and under younger brothers, the younger version of Rambreeds, and a team that's quickly gelling as they've been involved in a lot of preseason action, and they've battled their way to the national preseason 10U championship in Huntsville, Alabama. So for that to happen, they had to put in their work, because to get in this game, you can't be a slouch. Now, one thing not to be a slouch, another thing to give Lambeau a good fight and a good game. So we'll check it out here first. 1st and 10, Lambeau. This will be their 1st and 10, Rambreeds. This will be their first carry or first possession, first series. Quarterbacks in Shotgun, he'll call for the ball. He'll hand off. And nowhere to go as it's quickly chopped down in the backfield by a Lambeau defender. And they'll lose 2 yards on the play. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, every team has played the same amount of games, but we haven't been able to live stream simultaneously all of them. There's 64 teams out here, so you can imagine it's a lot of football being played, but there's no team that played another amount or less amount than another team, and they've all played simultaneously. So when the 10U's play, let's just say, for example, all 12 o'clock kickoffs are at 12, all 10U's played at 12 so they can have the equal amount of rest, so there's no advantage to either team. So every team you see on the football field in a championship round has played the same amount of team as the other team at the same time the other team did. So Rare Breeds getting an audible from the sideline as they're facing 3rd and 14 against this hungry Lambeau defense. Quarterback hands off to the right-hand side. Nothing much there as he tries to run in between tackles, and that's heavy sledding against this Lambeau team. Brings up 4th down. 4th and 10, and it will be punt time for Rare Breed, so they'll give this ball back to Lambeau. And if you just joined us in this broadcast, it was 1st and 10, the very first play for Lambeau. They went up top for an 80-yard strike on the very first play from scrimmage for a touchdown. First and 10, Lambeau. Halfback screen to number 4 to Mello. He's in open field, makes one play, miss, makes another one miss. And he has a great sense of change of direction. Number 4 in the open field for any team is a scary thing to see. Twins receivers to both sides of the field. Quarterback is in shotgun. One back set. Quarterback calls for the ball. Same play again, but the number 2. And the chains will move once again for Lambeau. Very well-balanced offense, and you'll get to see it here, ladies and gentlemen. If you like to see a team that's very aggressive offensively and defensively, you tune in at the right time. This is the number 1 ranked 10 and under team in the nation. Hasn't been a close game in a while for this Lambeau team. Timeout, Rare Breeds. And there's a Lambeau mom with a bullhorn out here, and she is giving everybody the business today.
Okay. Ah! Oh. Hey, I'm trying to get calm.
Tell them how we gonna go. Tell them why they don't hold on. Tell them why they better run. Stand up and get quiet.
And welcome back to the action right here, ladies and gentlemen. Quarterback's in shotgun. Number 4 in motion. He'll go up to the line of scrimmage. Another player in motion. They'll hand it off. Hand off right up the middle. He'll be cut down. Maybe a gain of 1. That's going to bring up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal for Lambeau. Quarterback's in shotgun. Player in motion once again. Come back the other way. Hand off to number 4. He spins out of a tackle. Won't spin out of the second. Big defensive play by Rare Breeds. And Rare Breeds parents are in the end zone area cheering them on for a goal line stance. It's 3rd and goal. Shotgun formation. Number 4 in the backfield with the quarterback, Mello. Sends a player in motion. Ball is on the ground. He'll pick it up. He'll try to make one player miss. Still has the wherewithal to get it off. And it's completed for a touchdown to number 2. Wow. Just when you thought the play was dead and over with, quarterback picks it up off the ground, dodges a would-be sacker, has a wherewithal to keep his eyes downfield and throws a dart in the end zone to number 2, touchdown, Lambeau. Man, we'll need to look again at that play. Tremendous, tremendous football awareness by the quarterback. Point after attempt right here. And number 7 turning on the Jets, showing you a different type of speed. Wow. But let's take a look at that play where the quarterback looked like he would be sacked, but man came back and threw it in the end zone for a strike. And it will be 1st and 10. Well, excuse me, no, point after attempt was no good. They call holding, they backed him up. So holding on that play. So they took the points off the board. That was a holding for that play that we called. And started step by Mello. So that's the extra point. No good. So we'll keep the score right there. 13-0. So your score is 13-0, Lambeau up, Rare Breeds offense, and he swallowed up at the point of attack as he received the handoff. He swallowed up by number 16, flexing his muscles out there for Lambeau. Big play, it's a foot race. And that's going to be enough for a first down. Spirited run by the Rare Breeds. That'll move the chains. He gets across the 30, first and 10 Rare Breeds. And quarterbacks in the shotgun for the Rare Breeds. And no success there. And he just got a little second effort to get back to the line of scrimmage. But every time they handed it off in the middle of that Lambeau defense, it's been negative yards. So there's going to be flags on the play. It looks like they're going to get a sideline warning. Half the Rare Breed coaches are out probably at the hash trying to encourage their players to make a play against this Lambeau team. Yes, as you can tell, the Bullhorn mom is turned up. She is coaching more than the Rare Breed coaches on her Bullhorn tonight. As a matter of fact, I think she's calling in the plays. And the football gods do not see it fit to kind of take her vocal cords for the rest of this game so we could have some peace. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 12 for Rare Breeds. If there is a football god out there, we're calling on you right now. All right, here we go. Ball is up. Wide open receiver, and he grabs it. And he'll be close to the first down marker. Number 21 with the grab. Blown coverage by Lambeau. That's going to bring up 4th down, but a 4th and 1 at that 40-yard line. And I can guarantee you they're going to go for it here. Will they try to make the team jump off sides to convert for that 4th down? This is the championship game. Lambeau versus Rare Breeds. And timeout. Rare Breeds. So listen, the Rare Breeds have been able to pull off 2 impressive plays here on this particular drive. Going up top, they found success against the cornerbacks of Lambeau. Not have had any success running in between tackles against this talented Lambeau front. A very important 4th down for this Rare Breeds team. There's a couple of things they may try to do here. From a coach's standpoint, they may try to draw the Lambeau defense offside with a hard count. That can help convert their first down. And our 4th and 1 without having any success against their defensive front. Do you try to run it for a short distance jumbo package against this talented defensive front? Or do you put it in the hands of your quarterback to try to throw it, because that's the only success they've had all day against this Lambeau. So here we go, 4th and 1. What's the play call here? Fourth and 1. Quarterback back to pass. He'll throw a screen play, and it's swallowed up. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. Can't be mad at the call for a screenplay. It was just an exceptional read by the defensive player, number 88. 88 is definitely feeling itself. Big play. So that turnover on downs, 1st and 10 for Lambeau. And that was their best opportunity and best field position against this Lambeau defense with that 4th and 1. Now they're facing dangerous territory, getting this ball back into Lambeau's offensive hands. Down 2 touchdowns. They don't want this game to get out of reach. Now, we've seen this formation before. This is going to be a snap to the big back. Oh, and the ball is on the ground. He almost lost it there. So we've seen this formation from Lambeau before, where they'll just power or unbalance, and they'll direct snap it to their big back. We'll send a play in with number 4 right now. And this is usually a direct snap to their running back, and he'll run right behind that unbalanced side. No difference here. And this is just their power football formation. And nothing much there. Rare Breeds trying to keep this game in check as it is 3rd and 5. Lambeau. Lambeau will shift their line to the left-hand side and come back to the weak side. And there's going to be flags on the play. And that's usually coming in holding area. And he may catch number 17 holding. Let's see what they call right here. And that will be a holding call, so that'll bring him at 3rd and 14 against Rare Breed's defense. Hand off to number 7 as he tries to hit the sideline. He's chopped down behind the line of scrimmage. No gain there for Lambeau as this Rare Breed defense is settling in. That brings up 4th and 14 for Lambeau. 4th and 14. So here we go once again, overload to the right, direct snap to the running back. This time he'll go back to pass. He'll scan the field, and he's not going to have any room there as he's sacked for a loss of 6. And boy, oh boy, the momentum of the Rare Breed shifting right here from a defensive standpoint as they're able to sack the quarterback. It'll be turnover and downs. 1st and 10, Rare Breeds. First and 10, Rare Breeds. Quarterback in shotgun. He'll call for the ball, throw a screenplay, and nothing there as a Lambeau player was all over it. And that's going to be a loss of 1. That's bringing up 2nd and 11 for the Rare Breeds.
quit. Hey, just quit, man. That's what you doing.
Quarterback back to pass. Same play again. And nothing is there. I'm not sure what the Red Breeds feel they get throwing that wide receiver screen to the short side of the field 2 times in a row. It wasn't much there the first time and wasn't much there the second time either. So something that they got to be seeing. And they have the wide side of the field towards the press box over this way to run to, but not utilizing it at all. Incomplete pass on the play. That will bring up 4th down. 4th down for Rare Breeds. So the Rare Breeds will elect to punt the ball. Lambeau will try to get their offense right on the field once again before the halftime. First and 10 Lambeau, 40 seconds before the half, so it looked like Lambeau will want to try to get on the board again before the half. Quarterback back to pass. Nowhere to go with the ball, and it's going to be a big sack as he was looking downfield, no one open. And that might take us to a half. Let's see what the clock. And that will take us to a half, ladies and gentlemen. Your score is 13-0. Lambeau over Rare Breeds. When we come back, we'll bring you second half of 10U Championship here in Huntsville, Alabama.
Ain't no more to it. We out. You remember me now? Let's dance. Yeah.
And welcome back to the second half of action right here. Rare Breeds Lambeau 10U Championship screenplay number 1. And he'll get caught at the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle. And he'll get out for about a 5-yard gain. Big run. All right, so that brings up 3rd and 4 for the Rare Breeds, 3rd and 4. Quarterback throws another screen, and that is their offense today, as they'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring them maybe a 1-yard gain. That's going to bring up 4th and 2 for Rare Breeds. Now, it would be hard to believe that they'll want to go for it here. This is where they should elect to punt it, not want to give that Lambeau offense this type of field position at the 20-yard line. And they'll jump off sides. Calls for a hard call. They needed 3 yards for a first. They'll get 5. That's going to be 1st and 10. Rare Breeds. So a nice coaching call by the Rare Breeds as they're able to bait Lambeau off sides. It is the battle of the bullhorns tonight. We have now a Lambeau mom has a bullhorn and a Rare Breed. So y'all got to hold on for this broadcast tonight. Here we go, Rare Breeds. Looks like he went in that same play. And so the offense has consisted to a couple of wide receiver screens to the short side of the field. And like I said, maybe it's something they see. They keep going back to that play. Or maybe they're setting up something bigger. So right now that's going to bring up 2nd and 13 as they'll lose yards on that. Lambeau all over that play. Handoff right up the middle. Nothing there. So that maybe gets to the original line of scrimmage. So that's going to be 3rd and 9 for Rare Breeds. 3rd and 9. Quarterback's in shotgun. He'll call for the ball. Goes back to that wide receiver screen once again. And this is what I guess they saw. That's going to give him to a first down mark. That's what I guess they've been seeing. 1st and 10. So that penalty will back them up. So that's holding that to back Rare Breeds up. Interception. Lambo coming back the other way. Number 2 with the interception. Still on his feet. And he'll get all the way down to around the 5-yard line. Interception by number 2. Big pick for Lambo. And you had to know that interception was going to happen sooner or later. Throwing that wide receiver screen to the short side of the field. I want to say 5 of the last 7 plays. So with that, it's not even going to be about the coaching at this time. It's going to be about the kids being able to recognize the formation, recognize the keys of the quarterback when he's looking that way. And you knew sooner or later one of those players was going to jump that route, and that's just what happened. INT the other way. Lambo now set up in a wishbone offense. Hand off to number 32. And so he'll run for about a 3-yard line. Hurry up offense, same formation. This time they'll give it to number 4. He'll run behind his block. And that's going to bring up 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Lambo. Handoff left hand side to number 7. And that's touchdown Lambo. They increase their lead 3 touchdowns to 0 right now. Point after attempt. And the extra point looked like it will be good. Lambo increases their lead 20-0 over Rare Breeds. And it looks like Lambo is to regular business as usual. So that will be 2nd and 6 for Rare Breeds. Sandra, my phone won't access it. Can you unpin that halftime? Oh. Can you unpin it? I can't unpin it for some reason. It's not giving me access. Third and 6 coming up for Rare Breeds. Not been able to be too successful except for the drive right before the half. Quarterback sends a player in motion, call for the ball, and he'll throw it wide open for it. And number 4 hesitated on his route, but the play was there. If number 4 doesn't hesitate and he runs through that, he could still be running towards the end zone. So could have had some success against Lambeau, but they'll be. I would suggest they punt. Let's see what Rare Breeds do right now. With the game of where it's at right now, they may not elect to punt. They may feel they're in 4-down territory. Last time that Rare Breeds was in this position, they were able to get Lambeau to jump offside, so maybe we're going to see that again. Play clock winding down for Rare Breeds. Quarterback back to pass on 4th down, throws across the middle, and great defense by Lambeau. It's going to be turnovers and downs, and this is where it can get ugly for the Rare Breeds. Remember, the basics of football is field position. And if you give Lambeau, who's been pretty successful offensively, this type of field position, this is where you can just put the baby to bed. As the mom says on her bullhorn in the background, time to go night-night. So everybody here in Huntsville, Alabama knows what time it is if Lambeau goes ahead with the go-ahead score right now. Quarterback's in shotgun for Lambeau. Mello in motion. He'll go up as a wingback. Another player go in motion. Hand off to the left-hand side, and he has some block in front of him. He'll get the edge, ladies and gentlemen, and they'll score in the very first play. Touchdown number 7, and it just got ugly. So there's a flag in the backfield. Kind of saves the ugliness for right now. So points off the board. Holding player on Lambeau. And you'll hear the other bullhorn across the field as she tells the ref, bring him back. So that's going to be 1st and 20 for Lambeau. So spot foul is going to be 1st and 12, so they can get the ball. They can get a first again with 12 yards. Oh, big hit in the backfield. Woo! As number 21 filled that hole, 18 was the would-be carrier, and it was a lights-out hit. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 12. Lambeau can get a first down at the 12-yard line. Right now at the 24-yard line. Twins high and low in this formation, sends Number 4 in motion. And number 18, this time it'll be a reverse. This time to Melo. And it's going to be a foot race to the edge. And he's ran down from behind, which you don't really see too often. Melo, one of the speedy backs for this Lambeau team. Number 5 on the tackle for Rare Breeds. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for Lambeau, as Rare Breeds trying to play some spirited football right now, not to let this game get out of hand. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. Quarterback back to pass. He'll throw it to the corner of the end zone. Oh, in and out of the hands of the wide receivers. Nice play call. And he just flat out dropped it. Good defense as the cornerback was right on him. That's going to bring up 4th down for Lambeau. And it's 4th down territory for him. They're going to go for it once again. Oh, quarterback loses the ball. And it's going to be turnover and downs. Rare Breeds able to survive the scare right there, where it looks like it was a go-ahead touchdown for Lambeau. And holding call takes points off the ball, and Rare Breeds gets the ball back, 1st and 10. Let's see if they can get some pride points at this point, ladies and gentlemen. They haven't had too much success. And as of recent, they've just been going to this wide receiver screen play to the short side of the field. So I'm sure they're going to have to mix it up, or they could be looking at another INT. And they'll go to that side of the field. And this time it's open. And he's going to get across the 40-yard line. Nice strike for Rare Breeds offense as they move the chains on a quick strike for a 22-yard strike from the quarterback. And we're having the battle of the Bullhorns out here. 2 team moms that's just inspired, to say the least. And there's the gang of Lambeau players. And that's going to be a loss of 4 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 14, as I could barely hear myself talk as these moms are riding out on their bullhorns. Can the football guards please either take the batteries or even just the voices for the rest of the half of the game? That's all I'm asking. I don't ask for a lot from you football guards. No wins or losses, just the bullhorns. Nice pass once again. This quarterback throwing some strikes across the middle. Reception number 4 for another 20-yard strike. And have they found something against this Lambeau defense? And it seems like they're switching the whole unit right now. 11 players are coming off the field, and 11 players are going on. And they catch Lambeau and went to count a timeout. As the coaches saw enough, they wanted to sub out the whole squad. And Rare Breeds wanted to run the play while they were subbing. So Lambeau calls a timeout. So they'll put back in that starting 11. You don't really see that type of sub happen at one time. All 11 was coming out, and 11 players were going back in. Yes, I've been told these two on the Bullhorns are going to ride out to the whistle blows. Thank God for running clocks. Oh, man. I know, I could imagine. Here we go. Rare Breeds in shotgun. New defensive unit in for Lambeau. Let's see if it makes a difference. String play out to left hand side once again, and he's out to the races once again, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be enough to move the chains, and the quarterback is throwing to his left all 3 consecutive times, testing that defensive field on the defensive side. That's going to be the right side, defensive backfield. They found something they like over there. And this time, quarterback is hit, and he's lucky he didn't get a helmet on that one. He delivered a blow. Number 9 comes in there with a massive hit to the quarterback. Number 3 trying to get, number 3 for Rare Breeds trying to get his wherewithal, get his senses back as he's getting in an audible from the sidelines. Cover 1 for Lambeau. Safety's in the box as a linebacker. And timeout. Timeout Lambeau. Before that play, Coach Howard didn't see something he didn't like. So he was screaming for a timeout. And thank you for joining us right here on Generation X Youth Sports Network. 10 and under action right now. Has been an exciting weekend of football. Some top teams on a national level on all ages coming out here to compete. Voodoo doing an exceptional job. I got to say that formerly RDU, Voodoo, now Atlanta Elite 8U, was last year's 7 and under YNC champion, putting on a stellar performance the entire weekend. Of right now, Lambeau, probably the closest game they had thus far is go against the Rare Breeds. Quarterback in shotgun. He'll look to that play once again, this time over the would-be head of the receiver. And again, listen, I'm not against it, but, man, you got to give your players a different chance throwing to that same play, that wide receiver to the short side of the field. Anybody who knows anything about football, on the short side of the field, there's not a lot of room to operate, which means the defenders don't have to defend that much grass, So when you have that whole wide side of the field open, man, you got to lose that and get your players or your talented players in open space. So they'll run that and back to that side of the field once again on the screen. This time he gets behind the block of his offensive line, and nifty moves by a small running back for Rare Breeds, number 8. Some shifty moves. That's going to bring up 4th and 2. 4th and 2 for the Rare Breeds. Rare Breeds have been feisty the entire game, and nothing there as Lambeau defense stands up on the 4th down play. Quarterback sack, 1st and 10, turnover on downs, Lambeau.